one step at a time. Ever feel like your problems are too big to handle? Like the mountain in front of you is just too steep, too high, or too overwhelming to climb? What if I told you the solution is much simpler than you think? Stick with me, and I'll show you how to conquer your challenges. One step at a time. Life can feel overwhelming. We've all been there, staring at a to-do list that seems endless, dealing with a setback that feels insurmountable, or chasing a goal that seems impossibly far away. In those moments, it's easy to feel paralyzed, stuck, or even ready to give up. But let me ask you something. How do you climb a mountain? Is it by leaping to the top in one giant bound? No. It's by taking one step at a time. Think about it. Every great achievement, every big goal, and every massive challenge was overcome through a series of small, deliberate steps. When you focus on the entire mountain, it feels impossible. But when you shift your focus to just the next step, suddenly, it becomes manageable. Let me share a story. There was once a writer who felt overwhelmed by the thought of completing an entire book. The blank pages seemed to mock her every time she sat down to write. Then, a mentor gave her a simple piece of advice. Don't write a book. Write one sentence, then another, and another. That writer went on to finish her book, not because she conquered the whole thing at once, but because she focused on one word, one sentence, one paragraph at a time. Why small steps matter? Small steps build momentum. Each step you take gives you a little more confidence, a little more clarity, and a little more strength. It's like a snowball rolling down a hill. It starts small, but as it keeps moving, it gathers speed and grows bigger. That's what progress feels like when you take it one step at a time. Break it down. Here's a simple way to approach your challenges. 1. Identify the big picture, your mountain. 2. Break it into smaller, actionable steps. 3. Focus on just the first step. Don't worry about the entire journey. Just take that initial action. For example, if your goal is to get healthier, don't overwhelm yourself with the thought of losing 50 pounds or running a marathon. Start with one thing. Drink more water today. Go for a 10-minute walk. Choose a healthier meal. Celebrate the small wins. Every time you take a step, celebrate it. Did you get out of bed and go for that walk? Celebrate. Did you check one thing off your list? Celebrate. These small victories might seem insignificant, but they're the building blocks of success. When you focus on progress instead of perfection, something amazing happens. You stop feeling overwhelmed and start feeling empowered. Each small step fuels your confidence and reminds you that you're capable of more than you think. Visualize the summit. Now imagine this. You've been taking small steps every day. You've stumbled here and there, but you kept going. One day, you look up, and there it is, the summit. The goal that once seemed so far away is now within reach. And when you take that final step, you'll look back and realize that the journey itself, the steps, the struggles, the growth, is what made the destination so meaningful. So, what's your mountain? What's the one thing you've been avoiding because it feels too big? Today, don't focus on the whole climb. Just take one step. It might feel small, but remember, every journey, no matter how great, starts with a single step. Don't let the big picture overwhelm you. Start small. Start now. One step today, and tomorrow you'll be closer to the summit. The question is, what's your first step? Take a moment right now and think about that mountain you want to climb. What's one small step you can take today? Write it down. Commit to it. And remember, the only way to reach the top is one step at a time.